could you maybe explain just in simplest terms a little bit how their setup compares to the average teacher or principal or superintendent or someone who's involved with the school district?
The organizations that you mentioned, the Illinois Education Association, the Illinois Federation of Teachers, and the Illinois Association of School Boards, they've had the opportunity to place people in their leadership positions in TRS for a number of years. In fact, the School Board Association goes back to the 1940s. It's all in state law, and the difference between those members and a regular teacher is that when the funding comes in from various sources for those pensions, the teacher member pays 9.4% of their salary, the school district pays 0.58%, and then the state picks up the rest of the cost of the benefit for that year. For one of these members in one of the organized labor organizations or another organization that happens to be part of TRS, the member still pays 9.4%, but the organization picks up what the school district would pay plus the state's cost.
So the TRS is kind of just, and the state is kind of just not really a pass-through, but like kind of a go-between just to administer their pensions then?
It is that we administer all pensions that we are responsible for according to the law, and the law includes those organizations, the members that, and I might add too that the members that are part of TRS, they must hold a teacher certification. They must be like any other member of TRS.
So they have to be at some point in their career have a teacher certificate. Do they have to hold that the whole time they're paying into TRS then?
To be honest with you, that's something I have to check. I think that's the way it is, but I'm pretty sure, and we can go over this later.
And looking at the FOIAs that you sent me, like how you broke it out from who all's paid in, it seemed like everyone had been involved in a school district at some point.
Yes, so they had been, and this is just usually for organized labor especially, this is just a continuation of their career in education. It's just a different path of a career in education.
But their final pension benefits, except for new hires, under this new pension law, the people who are under the kind of, I guess we'll call it the first pension system, their salary or their pension is calculated on the last, is it 4 years?
It's the 4 highest consecutive years out of the last 10.
Okay.
So it's not necessarily the 4 last years, but it is the 4 highest consecutive years.
Do you know kind of what percentage do the labor and the IASB and other organizations like that constitute out of the whole TRS?
Very small. Very small. We're talking a couple hundred people, and our total membership is upwards of 378,000 people.
And that's
active teachers, inactive teachers, which are teachers that have paid into the system, but are now no longer in the classroom, or they're in another career and not paying into the system, and then our retirees.
Okay. And maybe this is something we'll have to look up. Do you know when labor started paying into this? When the statute was enacted, where they could be those people who moved from the?
It was several decades ago. We're looking into that right now, and we believe it was in the 1980s.
Okay, so it's been
a number of years. Yes.
Okay. And so when we're talking about kind of, people like to kind of treat Illinois pension systems as kind of a pariah, and all these unfunded numbers get thrown around. When we're talking about percentage of the unfunded and funded liability, these members, these couple hundred people, are very, very small. Maybe even a percentage of a percentage.
I would say so. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. In reality, the total number of the total number of people that are in the system, the majority of our members are classroom teachers, and the second highest percentages then are the administrators. These people make up a very, very small percentage.
Do you know what the average pension is for someone in TRS who's currently drawing a pension?
It's a little over $46,000 a year. But you have to keep in mind that the $46,000 average pension is for someone who doesn't participate in Social Security and has not participated in Social Security while they were teaching.